In the last few hours, Nottingham Forest have sacked former Tottenham head coach Nuno Espirito Santo and appointed, you guessed it, Ange Postecoglou, most recent Spurs manager before Thomas Frank, and Tottenham Hotspur legend, delivering success to the club. So stay tuned to the very end to get my thoughts on this appointment from Forest. Obviously, it does have a connection to Spurs in terms of he used to be Spurs boss. Find out whether he's a traitor here, whether I wish him well, whether I don't, and whether, of course, because Spurs fans have that kind of bad feeling and bad taste towards owner Mariacas, whether that's gone now, Postecoglou's appointed, whether it makes us hate them even more. Stay tuned to the very end to get my thoughts, and also how Forest will do now they've got rid of Nuno and appointed Ange. Very keen to get your thoughts. If you are new, please do like and subscribe. Welcome back. Wow. What 24 hours or so for Nottingham Forest. Listen, firstly, let's discuss the Nuno sacking. Although this is a shocking decision, in my view, at this time, I think it's not surprising. Clearly there's been a broken relationship for at least a few weeks now, especially days. Nuno saying, look, the relationship's broken. He came up with that kind of bombshell interview, didn't he, in his press conference, or bombshell quote, should I say, in his press conference, I think, before one of the Forest games, which you always think, okay, or was it after? I think he'd done it in both. And then, even after they won, he's like, it's still not good, it's not as good as it was, it's not okay, it's not healthy. I just felt like something wasn't quite right, and it just felt inevitable that Nuno would be gone. Mariacas is brutal, will do anything to win. If he thinks something's broken, a connection, boom, you're gone. So, wrong in terms of Nuno gets Forest, I'm going to say Europe rather than Europa League, because Forest should be playing in the Conference League, but because Palace, in my view, wrongly were removed from the Europa League, they've swapped places, so he got Forest in Europe, because they are playing Europa League football, and then doesn't get a chance to manage in it. It's just absolutely crazy. It's wrong, totally wrong. Even if you disagree on transfers, you've got to respect what Nuno's done. I don't think Forest done enough on their socials to appreciate it either. I think the players will appreciate it. I think we've seen some of the player messages towards Nuno. And though we didn't make Tottenham proud, I think it made Nottingham Forest and their supporters proud, getting them back into Europe, back where they belong in terms of England among the big six or so. So, full credit to him, done a great job. When people forget, when Nuno Espirito Santo joined the club, Forest were looking like they were going to go down. They're certainly in a relegation scrap, and he just pulled them away from that pretty much immediately and took them into Europe the following season. What a spell he had at the club. I think he's criminally underrated, so full credit to him. But Ange Postecoglou, I mean, there were some names you had linked to the job. Erik ten Hag never thought he'd take a job that quickly after that disaster of Bayer Leverkusen. Things you hear, there's only things you hear, nothing we don't know, but it didn't sound very good the way it ended and him getting involved in this, that, the other. I also think it's a harsh decision. Jose Mourinho, deep down, if you'd asked me, Harry, who do you think will be the Forest manager? Not what I would have done, but what I think would have happened. It would have been, in my view, I think it was a possibility. It could have been Jose Mourinho. In fact, he's recently left Fenerbahce. He made it quite clear that at Fenerbahce, which I think is quite disrespectful, that after I've left Fenerbahce, I'm looking, to go to a team outside of Europe. And he says, "Do you have any smaller Premier League clubs that want me, or smaller, but any lower down Premier League clubs?" So it just felt right for him to go to Forest in a very similar style, played to Nuno Espirito Santo. But they've gone with Ange Postecoglou, which seems sensible in terms of now got Premier League experience under his belt. He's a serial winner. But where it doesn't make sense, in my view, is the complete contrast in style and just way of playing. Nuno, you've gone from defensive to ultra-attacking. Some would argue ultra-defensive to ultra-attacking. I think it's fair to say kind of more defensively and cautious-minded to very, very attacking. No doubt about it. Coming from a Tottenham fan here, Ange Postecoglou's football is gun-ho. It's die on that hill. And the only thing I do worry for Ange is that he's had that time in the Premier League and clubs might have figured him out. Managers might have figured him out because he's really struggled in the Premier League. So I think, people know what to expect with Ange. I think, Ange's teams are easy to beat. But it'd be really interesting to see a Forest team under Ange Postecoglou. And the way I view it is I wish him all the best. That's the opinion I hold. That's the view I hold. I of course I don't like Mariakas. I think he's an awful owner. I think he's treated Nuno awfully on various different occasions, and most recently in sacking him. Shocking. Really, really poor and so disrespectful to someone who's got the club back into Europe. It's no way to treat them at all. I hate him. I would say that. I don't like that word, but I hate the Forest owner, and I won't be the only football fan to do that. I just don't like the guy at all, from what, again, you hear and see with your own eyes. But it's just a shame that he's Forest. Some people go, yeah, any other club? Well, no, not any other club, because you wouldn't want him going to West Ham, Chelsea or Arsenal, but any other club apart from them. I do understand that, yes, probably true. And I have nothing against Forest. I have something against the owner, which we will always hold against the club, like Palace will as well. It's just natural. It's not right. That's the way it works sometimes in football. But I wish him all the best, and let's be crystal clear here. Ange Postecoglou is the most successful Tottenham manager in 41 years. That's our first European trophy in 41 years, and the third European trophy only of the club's existence, the club's lifetime, ever. Going down with great names, such as, it's just incredible that he managed to do that. Just go down with the likes of Bill Nicholson is an incredible achievement. So full credit to Ange, everything he's done, and ended our trophy drought of 17 years, the first trophy of my lifetime. I'll be forever grateful. As far as I'm concerned, when Forest come to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, I'll be singing Ange's name loud and proud, while also still supporting Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, that hate for me towards Nottingham Forest is non-existent now. If it ever was there in the first place, I never hated Forest. I just thought, oh, really? Because of their owner. But I can park that to a side, and I want Ange to do well. There's one thing for sure, and that is that Ange will get the backing from Mariakas. That's one thing that's absolutely certain. He'll be backed to a really good level, but will Ange be able to tolerate that kind of owner? I don't know. Time will tell. So wish him all the best. Think he'll do well. I don't think Forest will be doing superbly in the league. I think they might be floating in around the kind of 6th, 7th, but one thing's for sure, and that is I think Forest have a big chance now to win the trophy, because Ange's a serial winner. He said he wins his second season, he absolutely does. Those clubs facing him in his first season, particularly in the Conference League, we're very, very happy that they faced him in the first year rather than the second year. So in theory, wish Ange all the best. Disagree with the Nuno sacking, agree though with the Ange appointment, although it's complete contrast in style. Thank you very much for watching. Come on you Spurs. No link to Spurs, but still, for two former Spurs managers here, and I wanted to give my opinion from a football channel point of view. But thanks for watching. All the best. Like, subscribe.